Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I'm showing you how to make a 4-ingredient banana coconut cookie. Now, a few years ago, I showed you how to make a 3-ingredient banana oatmeal cookie, and you all loved that recipe, so I feel very confident that you're really going to enjoy this one as well. Now, this recipe has been all over the internet, but somehow I just discovered it, and I've made it about 6 times since. It's a really fun, healthy twist on the Girl Scouts Samoa cookie, and I'm telling you, it could not be any easier to make. So I've got my oven preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to line a rimmed baking sheet with some parchment paper. If you didn't have parchment paper, you could just grease the cookie sheet, spray it down, rub it with a little coconut oil. We just don't want the cookies to stick. Then I need 2 brown ripe bananas. You want them to be about 7.5 ounces each, right? So a good size. And remember, the browner, the better, because the browner they are, the sweeter they're going to be. So just peel them, break them into pieces, get them into your bowl, and mash them up until they're all broken down. To that, I'm adding 2 cups of unsweetened shredded coconut. Now, if you wanted to create more flavor, a little more depth, you could quickly toast your coconut in a dry pan. It's the same as if you were toasting nuts. You just get it in a dry pan, keep the coconut moving. Once it gets fragrant and you start to see a golden brown color, it's ready to go. And while we're talking about options, this is a 4-ingredient cookie, but if you had it on hand and you wanted to kick up the flavors, you could give it a pinch of kosher salt and a teaspoon of vanilla extract as well. Not necessary, but delicious. Okay, so I'm going to mix that all together until you've got a nice thick batter like you see I have right here. And then I scoop about a tablespoon of the batter up, and I just use my hands to form kind of like a fat disc, just like this. Place it on the baking sheet and repeat until you've worked through all the batter. Then you want to just find something in your kitchen to create little holes in the center of the cookie. So you could do this with the end of a wooden spoon. You could do it with a chopstick. I am using one of my kids' paintbrushes that I happen to have on hand right here and worked perfectly. And if all else fails, fingers. So you're just going to create a little hole in the center so it looks like the traditional Samoa cookies. Just like that. Then they're ready to cook. That's all you have to do. So into a 350 degree oven, they go in for 25 to 30 minutes or until they are fragrant and they have a nice golden brown color over the top. Once they come out and they've cooled down a bit, I just take a ½ cup of chocolate chips. You could do semi-sweet, dark, milk, whatever your preference is, and melt that down. I just pop it in the microwave. You could also do a double boiler. And once it's melted and you've got them all stirred up, I add in 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. Now what the coconut oil does is it makes the chocolate really easy to drizzle over the top. If you didn't have it, you could still make the recipe work. The chocolate just is a little bit thicker and it ends up being a little goopier when you're trying to drizzle it over the top of your cookies. Then you just scoop up some of that chocolate and drizzle back and forth over the top of the cookies. This part is the fun part. If you have kids in the house, it's a great way to include them in the kitchen because it's completely safe and they'll have a good time doing this. From here, I just pop the entire tray into the refrigerator so that the chocolate can set up. It takes about an hour or so. Then you'll see that these are ready to go. They're so fun, they're so easy, and they are so insanely delicious. You do want to make sure that you keep these stored either in the refrigerator in an airtight container or in the freezer, because if you leave them at room temperature, then the chocolate tends to soften up and they can get a little bit messy. But I'm telling you guys, these are perfect for lunch boxes. They're great when you need breakfast in a pinch if you're running out the door. And they're also just lovely with a cup of coffee in the morning or in the afternoon. So I cannot wait for you guys to try this recipe. When you do, snap a picture and tag me on Instagram and on Facebook, because I just love seeing what you guys are whipping up in your very own clean and delicious kitchens. If you haven't already, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else you know who wants to make healthy eating easy. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Danny Spies, and I will see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers. I find a ready? The browner your banana. Brown bananas are perfect for this recipe. Too many words. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. We got something, right?